What's up, guys? This is Veins, and we're gonna start doing an intro tutorial. And first, what you wanna do is get your logo ready, and you go to File, Merge, or Open. And I got my logo ready, so you wanna go to Extrude Nerds, drag your logo inside. And just make it enough thick. Make it probably 50 or 100. That's good. 50. Just make it 60. That looks good enough. Probably thicker. 80. Oh well, 100. There we go. We're gonna keep it at 100. Just make sure it's thick enough, so we can see the shadows and everything. So now we're gonna go to render settings. You go to render, add a render settings. Then where it says preset, you want to click on the little arrow, and then film and video, and then click on this one, HD 720. And current frame, you want to change this to all frames. And for multipass, my bad, for anti-aliasing, you want to go to best, and 2x2 is a decent quality render. So now let's get started. Now we're gonna set up the lights, and what you want to do is click on the for window view, top, left, right. So you want to get your light, and from your top view, you want to go as you can see the logo center. So you want to go 1, 2, 2 or 3. We're gonna make it 3. 1, 2, 3, and then you want to get a light, and the light you want to change it to type to spot, and drag it up. Remember, three squares up. 1, 2, 3, and then 3. Put in the line. You go to the left. Okay, now you make sure your light is that's good enough. And make sure it's facing the logo. Just keep it around there. Probably too thick. Good enough. Alright, we're gonna keep it the same. So now you want to make a copy of that, or you just get another light and change it to type to spot, and drag it back up. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing as we did to the other one. This time you're gonna curve it to the other side. Okay, kind of big, but alright, there we go. Alright, now duplicate this ones and make copy and paste, and now you're gonna turn it around 180 degrees around. Yeah, there we go, 180. It doesn't have to be exact. And go from where you start. You're gonna go up 3 squares. This is 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and 3. This is basic Lightroom. And for your top, you want to get a regular light or an area light. And for the light, make sure it's facing down. You get to your rotation and put 90 degrees. then bring it back up around here, and the size there and there. Okay, that's good enough. Now add it's to test your Lightroom. We're gonna add in material. I got my material ready to go. We're gonna go to project. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna add a material. So we're gonna add. Just make sure your material is always on cubic and seamless. And for the length V, I always change it to 90 or 80. Alright, so now for each light, you're gonna select all of them, and on shadow, you're gonna change to shadow maps off. For the top light, we're gonna change to 40. Alright, for the rest of the lights, we're gonna put them on 80. And oh, there you go, you get that nice light. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. So now we're gonna add a camera. The camera, you want to click on the little square box right here, and for the rotation, you just make sure it's on 0, enter, and 0, enter. Okay. We're gonna center it. It's good enough. Oh, there we go. Alright, we got the Lightroom, the logo, and as for the texture, that's up to you. I'm gonna be using this one. No, I'm gonna add caps. We're gonna go to caps, fillet cap, and fillet cap. As for me, I'm gonna make it around 8.8, and convex, I'm gonna make it 2 steps. That's good enough. We got a top light, and there's nothing to really reflect, but I'm gonna add some reflection, Fresno, and I'll put on 50 and 50. We're gonna add blur off. We're gonna put it on 20 and 20. As I told you, there's not much to reflect, so yeah. On the next tutorial, I'm gonna teach you how to use the softbox to make some nice reflections. We get some reflection there. We're gonna make it 10 and 10. Okay, now back to your camera, and I forgot to do this first. So once you have your camera center, keyframe it on the beginning. So on 0, you drag your keyframe to 0, click on your camera, and then keyframe it. So once you move your camera around, you can just move your frames around and get it back to normal. Alright, we're gonna get into the animation. I always do this, so what you want to do is keyframe your logo, or your logo, keyframe it here on 0, and put it on. We're gonna add, for the frames, we're gonna add 180. Press enter, my bad, and bring it around 120. and go on your camera view. I mean, my bad. Your window view. We're gonna, for the logo, we're gonna put it around 3 to 4 squares up. We're gonna make it 2 for this time, and you wanna drag it out, and your right side, just make sure it's center. Your front, make sure this is not blocking the camera view, and on the top, just make it a little bit to the right, Alright, so now you have moved your keyframes to 120. You made move your logo to where you wanted it. So now we're gonna keyframe it, and we're gonna see how it looks right now. Alright, after this, what you want to do is get the 120 keyframe and the 0 key. We're gonna move the keyframe 0 to 95 or 100, and the 120 keyframe to 0. And this one we're gonna put 120. So now we get something like this. It's a basic movement. So now you can work in your logo, Okay, we're gonna camera view, one more on the back. More. There we go. The camera view and the logo movement is up to you, but we're gonna be working on that right now. So with G-frame, is making sure. Now we'll go back to your logo. Make sure your logo. Those are the first things to do, but I forgot. But I'm sorry, we could fix it right now. Click on this. Make sure it's highlighted. Your logo, and just make sure it's centered. There we go. Okay. Well, we got the logo center and everything working. So what you want to do while you're here, you want to go to your 0 frame right now and move your logo more to the front. Make sure it's not visible by the camera at the beginning. And rotate it just a bit. Just rotating your front view. Just make sure it's right now. Keyframe it. Okay, now I think it's blocking the camera a bit. Let's see. No, it's good enough. It's good. We get that nice texture view. Alright, on the same lights, we're gonna add some. What are we gonna add? Okay. Alright, that'll be after. Okay. Alright, if you got time, extra time, we can choose on plane. Make sure your first plane is the same as your top light. We're gonna name them top, which is the large one on the top light. Then we're gonna make a group of these lights. We're gonna group them and group the other ones. And on this one we're gonna have backlight, and this one's view lights, because we're in the view. I don't know. Okay, so now you're playing. Make sure the same as top first plane. check on your front view, cap view, and you guys see your light, which is the top light, and is this one, and your plane. Just make sure it doesn't touch the bottom one. And we're gonna go to the top light, and we're gonna click on project and exclude, and we're gonna drag that object. We're gonna do the same thing to the rest of them. We're gonna highlight the rest of the lights, and you're gonna go to exclude and drag that object inside. I don't see something quick. Okay. And you wanna make another light. This light, which will just light up the other object like that. Yes, like that. Okay. We're gonna center this light, the extra light, the new light that we just made, and okay, we're gonna center it. Yes, about there. Okay. And what we're gonna do with this light is we're gonna click on project also and exclude, and we're gonna drop our logo inside. This will cancel the light from this light to show up on the logo, but it won't show up on the top plane. So now make a new material and drag it on the plane. We're gonna be using this plane again, but for this time we're gonna click on color and gradient, and click on the gradient, and I forgot what was the thing. It was B or radio. Don't remember exactly. Sorry guys for this. There we go. Circular. Okay. Now we're gonna make it around there. First light, second, there we go. Luminous. I kinda messed up. It's supposed to be luminous, my bad. And circular. We're gonna do it again. That looks right. I'm guessing that looks right. Okay, that looks good enough. I'm gonna check something out. Okay, as you can see, we get some reflections on there. Yeah, we're getting some reflections. Okay. For your materials, your main material, you're gonna go to reflection, and we're gonna make it around 30 and 30. That will blur up the reflection out. Blurriness, we get at 10. There we go. We get some nice reflection going on. Okay. Now on the second view, we're gonna duplicate this object and the plane, which is a light. Alright, we're gonna name it a reflector. And we're gonna duplicate this one. This time you wanna make it smaller than the other one that it was. And I check in your front view, and I'll drag it around. Where should we drag it around? Alright, we're gonna drag it around here. Make sure it's center out with this one. And rotate it. Rotate it around. And check in your right view and on your top view. And on your front view, make it closer and check if it's not touching. Make sure it's not touching the other side. Make sure it's smaller than it was. Get on there. That's good enough. Now you're gonna get you're gonna go to this and symmetry. You just drag it right here and get your second U reflector that you just barely made, which is the side one, and drag it up, and that will duplicate the object on the other side. Just press C and C. Oops, sorry. Okay. Sorry. Okay, we can symmetry. You're gonna press C. There we go. We got our single object. Now we're gonna test the reflection. We're gonna move our logo around. This is the test. Let's check if we're getting some nice reflections. It will take longer, so sorry for that, but it will make your instrument look way better than it was. So since this is a tutorial, I'm gonna change it to geometry. It's regular. I should speed up the render. Okay. I think I'm lower down the reflection. Lower it down to 40 and I think 35. Should do it. 35 that is. There we go. Oops. There you go. Same result, no difference. Okay. Keep it at 40. Bump. We're gonna make it 25. Specular. This for specular, I'm just gonna mess around with it. Back to regular. Okay. And the logo is kind of thin, so we're gonna make it thicker. We're gonna go on object and sorry for taking so long. 150, 150, nope, 120. We're gonna keep it like that. Go back on your right view or top view, doesn't really matter, and click on it again. Click on your logo, highlight this, and make sure it's center. Here we go, just perfect. Okay, and we're gonna let the animation run for right now. Okay, there we go. Now, on your camera view, we're gonna right click on it, and we're gonna go to cinema text, and we're gonna go to vibrate. Click on it, and click on the vibrate tag, and go to enable rotation and put it on 0.40 or 0.50, and for 30 change to 1, 0 change it to 1, and 0 change it to 1. Okay, now if we play it again, we're gonna see some movement around, so it's nice cinematic. Alright, now it's up to you. We're not gonna animate the camera this time, but some movement we're just gonna leave it the same. And after this, we want the text to come out here. So we're gonna work on the text now, and the text is all up to you. We're gonna change 200 keyframes, and drag it back up. As we said, we stopped at 120 keyframes. Alright, good enough. We're gonna make 130 keyframes instead. From here, we're gonna work on the animation of the text. So make new text object or whatever you want to call it, mode text. And forgot what's his name. It was, oh my god. Okay, Mr. There you go. Copy and copy his name and paste it on the new text, object that you just made. And we'll go to your top view or front view and keep it just about there. Probably right here. Okay. The text doesn't have to be center on this time, but we're just gonna center so you can get used to it. And we're gonna go to group object, and we're gonna center. Make sure it's on highlighted. That's good enough. Because if you do not highlight this, it will just move the object as well. So yeah. And now we're gonna center also. Sorry for this, too many fonts, just likes. Alright, so what we're gonna be doing right now is we're gonna be working with effectors and Trousey. Let me just, okay, there we go. For me, I'm be choosing or choose. Okay, which one goes with the text logo? Let me think about it. Quick. Alright, we're gonna go with this miserable. Thickness, we're gonna make it on 50. Height, we're gonna make it on 50. We're gonna keep it there. Like, good, that looks good enough. Okay. Now for the what do you call it? For the Trousey, what I'm gonna do is click on window, content browser, and I'm gonna choose my material. I'm gonna choose this one or this one. This one. Okay. I'm gonna choose cubic, and I want the length. Seamless. We're gonna check seamless. Length U. We're gonna change it to 50. Length B. We're gonna change it to 50. Alright, we're gonna render out. Let's see how it looks. Alright, we're gonna go to the text object and fillet cap, and we're gonna change it to around 2. Sorry, 4. Okay. How's that looks? I'm not satisfied with it, but this is just a tutorial. Alright, we're gonna change so we can work with it. We're gonna change to content browser. We're gonna choose a lighter one. Alright, we're gonna choose this one, whatever. We're gonna get to cubic, 70 and seamless. Alright, that looks okay, I guess. Top light has shadow. Yep, it does have shadow. Shadow. Okay. So now I'll minimize my cameras. Lights. So now you want to go to your text, and if you don't have Trowsy, you get it for free. So you go to Trowsy, open Trowsy, and just make it around 20. And break now. So it's cutting it up. We're gonna wait for it. So now, once select this, make sure your keyframes on 0 so the logo won't move, or the text one, and remove this. And for cuts in, cuts out, you just want to go to your Windows content browser. You gotta run the material. It's something that lights up the material when you put it back together. I'm gonna go to smoke crasher material. I'm gonna choose blue. Nope. Alright, we're gonna choose a light one. And I'm just gonna drag it into each material here. Cuts in, and cuts inside. Make sure they're not the outside. For the outside, make sure you choose another material, which I did already. And no. Okay, there we go. We stopped on keyframe 130, I think, for sure. Yep. Right now, you want to go to MoGraph, Effector, and choose Plane, and MoGraph, Effector again, and Random. You want to click on your cuts that you just made with Trowsy, and go to Effector and drag your Plane Effector inside and your Random Effector inside. Now, for this, we're gonna unclick position. We're gonna click on scale. I usually do this on -1, and the former may fall off. For the fall offs, it's up to you. You can choose liner. I'm gonna use cylinder this time, and I'm gonna rotate it. It's around rotating 90 degrees, and center the effector. Make sure this effector is centered to the text. Okay, there we go. We got it. Just good enough. Okay, so as you can see, the text just disappeared right now. This is how it's gonna look if you leave it there. We're gonna work with that right now. What you want to do is highlight your random and plane effector at the same time. Just click and drag the little square. For this, you wanna go XYZ. Okay. So there we go. Make sure that the logo disappears. Keyframe it right where your logo stops the animation, where it hits the spot, back again to normal. And you want to click on wait and hit command, which is, I'm not sure what command is. Let me check one second. Okay, I think for you want to click on for Windows is Alt or Control. Not sure about it, but for a Mac is you click on command and click on weight on the little circle. It's gonna make a little red spot, and put it back around 160 frames and put it 100 that will get your logo back to normal. And I click command, and for Windows is alt I think, and or command, not sure, and click on command and the little circle. It's gonna keep from the animation. There we go. I forgot something on your reflectors. How many did we make? Oh yeah, we got this one. So what you want to do is for your reflector, which is the sides, you make them into a group, and go to cinematics and composition. You're gonna click on scene by camera. By camera, we're gonna uncheck that. That will make this object not visible in the render. Wait, for it. Okay. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Alright, nothing. No, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. My bad. Okay. Now as it's coming in, we get that nice reflection. So remember, you know your reflectors, and right click on it, cinematics, you click on composition. This will come out, you click on this, scene by camera is gonna be checked, but you're gonna uncheck it. Alright guys, so now for render settings, you're gonna put in whatever, I know. You're gonna keep it 120. Probably 120 10 so I can work on the intro. You're gonna go to render settings, add a render settings. We're done for right now for the first part, guys. I know. First save and make sure it's make sure it's alright. Just leave it at the file, TIFF, PSD layer, and alpha channel. Check that. I almost forgot that. Alright, alpha channel, and check that. For output, we're gonna keep it on film video and HD TV 720 29 by 0.87 frames per second. Make sure it's all frames. For save, just make sure you save it somewhere where you know where your file is gonna be at, because it's gonna be different frames. So you click on desktop, new folder. I'll make it to intro tutorial. There we go. Just tutorial. There you go. Just now save there. So now, just make sure you like the way your camera became out. This is kind of far away, so just to make sure this is good enough. Probably too close. So, make it a little bit better. Alright guys, before we go, we're gonna animate the camera quick. So you wanna go back before the logo comes out. We're gonna make sure the logo ain't coming out, ain't showing up. Keyframe it there in the beginning, and at the end make sure it's in a position that you want it to be. And I want it to be like that. Just center out and keyframe that. Make sure you click on your camera and you keyframe it correctly. And now if we let it run, the camera will move and position where you wanted it to be. So now let's render everything. Alright guys, this is the first part, and hopefully I see you in the second part. Thanks.